Good afternoon, ladies, and welcome to the Speaking Heart to Heart Women's Retreat. What a wonderful environment to have a retreat at the Meadows Center in San Marcos, Texas. I'm Pastor Jonafa Banbury, and I'm the president of Speaking Heart to Heart. And I so wish that I could be with you guys this afternoon, but unfortunately, for health reasons, I wasn't able to be there. So I wanted to make sure that everybody was safe and that I'm safe as well. And I'm recovering and on the mend and I'm doing well. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect this afternoon and the theme for this particular retreat. This retreat, we're talking about the barriers to self care. And then ultimately, we'll be talking about the building blocks to self care. And while I won't go into detail because someone else will explain that to you in a few moments, what I will say is that I want to share a short story with you. As women, we have a tendency to put ourselves last. We have a tendency to put self care at the bottom of the list, or maybe not even at all. And some of the barriers that we experience to self care are things that prevent us from doing just that. One of the barriers that is listed and someone's going to talk about is guilt. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because someone needs to get a block from me and put guilt on the block and label it Pastor J. Because leading up to this retreat, I have been so excited for the months that we have been planning this retreat. Um, just really looking forward to it. And it was going to be my job to kind of help guide you through the barriers and the building blocks. But as the date drew near, I tested positive for COVID. So I didn't mend in time enough to be able to be there to participate. I had some responsibilities that it was my job to do certain things, and I began to feel guilty because I couldn't be there. I felt guilty because I couldn't perform the duties that I had agreed to, that I couldn't live up to my responsibilities, that I couldn't carry the load, that somehow or another I just felt guilty about all of that. Now imagine the irony that we're talking about a retreat for self care and we're talking about the barriers. And here I am feeling guilty over something that I absolutely cannot control. I had no control over that. So I had to get myself together last night. And I thought that as I was preparing to provide remarks, that this would be a perfect opportunity to share that experience with you. Um, and the conclusion that I had to come to help you come to some of the same conclusions, to help you do some self reflection, to think about what makes you feel guilty. What are some things that are beyond your control that you still try to do, even though you shouldn't, even though you should take time out to rest, even though you should put yourself first and say, hey, I need to recover. I need to get well. I need to rest and not feel guilty about it in the process. So I had to think about that. And I hope that you will too. This afternoon, this is a perfect opportunity for you to do some self reflection and to think about what are the things that keep you from putting yourself first, things that keep you from loving yourself, things that keep you from having the life that you deserve, quite frankly. So, this is a guilt free zone, right? This is a judgment free zone. Give yourself space to think about these things. Give yourself space to heal, to reflect. Give yourself space to be human. And I pray and I hope that during this retreat that you will walk away with tools that will enable you to be a self-care warrior. So, although I cannot be here with you, I am there with you in spirit. Take a lesson from me. Don't waste time feeling guilty over things that you can't control. And when you need to take a moment to take care of yourself, do just that. It'll make the world of difference. Have a great retreat. Have a wonderful afternoon. And I love you. And I'm Pastor Jay.